Welcome back to another episode number 25 of the Unattractive Attractive podcast.
We're still here, and I've got a rant to kick us off straight the fuck away.
We are still here.
We're still here.
Right. All right, let's go. Straight into it today.
Straight into it. There's a viral trend going around at the moment, and it started with a guy that was just like trying to get clips, and he's walking around the street, and he asked this female, would you rather spend a night in the woods with a bear or a random man? And then she went on to give the spiel about, she chooses the bear, and she gives the spiel about why, as to why. And now it's gone viral. It's like this new viral trend, and all the chicks are getting on it, and they're explaining why, and all the feminists are explaining why they'd choose the bear over the man. And let me tell you this, you fucking would not. You would not choose a bear over a man. Let me give you some quick stats, okay? And here's the thing. The quick stats are this. A bear's paws roughly are about 4 inches long. So basically the same size as your fucking boyfriend right now is eggplant. They're about 6'6", and they're about fucking 200 kegs on average, right? They get up to 360 or whatever. I was reading it before. Now, and I'll get Geordie's perspective about this a bit later on. But so you're going to look at a random man, a random 5'10" man, got no real experience, got nothing really he can do, probably out like manhandle you. However, you've got at least a chance in surviving that attack if that man was to attack you. If the bear attacks you, and let me explain this to you as well. Bears like to eat their prey alive. They like to keep the prey alive as they're eating. As they're devouring you, they like to keep you alive. So you're going to pick that over someone, and one of them, this is what triggered me so much. One of them said, at least when the bear's finished with me, they're not going to swing high fives with their boys and tell them about it. You're so sensitive about the guy that you've been with swinging a high five with his boy, but you're not as sensitive enough to be clawed alive. And Jordan's just showing me a photo of the paws here. So you're not sensitive enough to be clawed alive by a grown ass bear. But you're going to be upset if they're swinging high fives with the boy after you've been with the guy. That's your argument. Now, listen, I understand what they're trying to do. There's been a lot of rise in men in violence and stuff like this towards women. Yep. However, what women do is they emotionally attack something like this, and they say something so fucking ridiculous as, I would choose the grizzly bear, looking at Geordie's frame there, I would choose that over a man, rather than say, listen, everybody, there's been a rapid rise of violence towards women. We're all scared of men at the moment. You're going to emotionally react and say, I'd pick the bear. You've now made your whole argument invalid because you've just given the most fucking ridiculous scenario known to man. Now everybody's just like, no, you wouldn't. If there was a random man and a fucking grizzly bear, I don't give a fuck what the man's going to do to you. You're still going to choose the man. You're not picking the fucking 6'5", 400 kilogram fucking grizzly bear.
I'm going to tap in real quick. All right. A little bit of these stats have been a little bit off in regards to the size of bears. Okay. Yep. A Kodiak brown bear, okay, its paw alone without the claws, all right, is almost 12 inches at some point. Okay, so that's 30 centimeter wide pad. Okay, yeah, up to 12 feet tall, up to 12 feet tall, and up to 1,500 pounds. Okay, that's about 400, 500 kilograms, and you think that you're going to pick a bear over a grown-ass man that you could easily kick in the dick if he tried to attack you.
That's what.
Okay,
at least you've got a chance.
Now, what is really fucking me up is Shane sent me a video this morning, and it was of a woman emotionally enraged about men's attack on women and why she would choose a bear. Okay, she said, let it sink in, guys, that a girl would rather die than to be stuck in the woods with a man. Okay, I can guarantee you that 99% of you women that are saying this have never been in a situation where your life has been on the line. So don't you dare come at me and say that you would rather die than to be stuck in the woods with a random man, okay? Because I can assure you right now, when you've been in a life-threatening situation and you are absolutely terrified, I can guarantee you this right now, you wouldn't be reacting the same way that you are right now. You would never wish that whole scenario of dying upon anybody, and that they would rather be that than a random guy. Like, This is really fucking triggering me, this whole statement. And the reason why, okay, is because men have a higher rate of being attacked than what women do. Yes, okay, don't get me wrong. Violence against women is not okay. But there was once a news article that I believe it was like, it might have been Tracy Grimshaw or it was someone like that. Do you know that Today Show?
Yeah.
That Today Show on the panel, right? And they turn around and they say, we need to tell all men not to sexually assault and attack our women. It's like, okay, and I had this discussion with somebody very recently in this regard, okay, is that you cannot tell a bad man what to do, right? Because good men know not to attack women. Good men already know that. We were told not to attack women. So we don't attack women, okay? Bad men don't give a fuck what you have to say. They don't care. So for you to turn around and say, let's tell all men. You don't need to tell all men. Because we already know.
Yeah.
That's the wrong thing to do.
I was just trying to find the stats because I remember I was going to put a thing about this on Instagram. Now, that interview you're talking about, I fucking wish I could find it right now. The gist of it is this girl makes the male host read out what this speech about what the female wrote, and she said
on the radio.
Yeah, on the radio. She makes the male read out and he's like, because we've got to be politically correct. He's like, I'll do that for you. I'll be your voice.
Yeah.
And the speech is basically saying, every man, your duty now is to speak up against these bad men. Your duty as a man is now to speak up. Now, let me tell you this. What Joy just said is 100% correct. A bad man does not give a fuck if you are a female, a male, a fucking dog. That don't matter. So the 90% of nice men in the world, you're now putting them in a position where they're going to get fucking clapped.
Exactly, because why would you want to put you don't want to put women in the position that that they're going to get attacked by a bad man. Why do you want to put a good man in the position that he's going to get attacked by a bad man?
So the 5% or whatever it is of bad men out there, and it's fucking horrific what they're doing. So let's just put in a category some tatted up juice head fucking bikie. Now you're going to get the poor old accountant. You're saying you're demanding the poor old accountant who's never been in a fight or in a violent situation in his life. His duty is to fucking stand up for you. He's in just as position as what you are.
He's got just as much self-defense and just as much fighting ability as what you do.
It was the most ridiculous thing ever. And I saw all these fitness people, they always do it as sheep. They repost it. Everyone's reposting. Someone needs to stand the fuck up. I can't remember the stats exactly, but I think it was 71% or 75% of homicides, men are the victim.
Yeah.
Men.
Yeah.
So you're going to add that. Let's pile some more of that because you need the average man who you'll probably got the exact same self-defense skills as what he does. You need that poor accountant to go and get clapped by the big bikie because his duty.
Yeah. It fucks me up. The double standards that we have in society these days, it really pisses me off. Now, I just want to go back to the bear for a second.
Please go back to the bear.
There is men, okay, that will go, okay, I'm going to speak for Kodiak Island, for instance. It's my dream hunt that I ever want to go on, and that's for a Kodiak brown bear, okay? Now, do you see me rocking up to Kodiak Island bare knuckle? Bare knuckle, ready to get it cracking with some fucking Kodiak brown bear? No. You'll see me arrive with a gun, okay?
Yeah.
And the reason why is because that brown bear will fuck you up. Like a man, it will fuck you up. So how can you openly say that you would rather be in a situation? Now, a girl said, all you need to do is scream. Okay? All you need to do is scream and the brown will... Okay, first of all...
To this 12
First of all, if you scream at a bear, okay, it's going to attack you. The reason why is because you sound like a prey squealing, like all animals do squeal when they start eating them from the arse end upwards until they die.
Can you imagine?
Okay?
Can you imagine just squealing at this 12-foot, 500-kilogram thing, just drooling? He's screaming, it goes, "Oh, sorry," and runs off.
Sorry, my bad, dude. I'll go attack a male. No, okay, you're an idiot. People are packing 45-70s, which is probably one of the most powerful calibers you could hunt, okay? And That's multiple loads unloaded into that one brown bear.
Yeah.
Okay? So don't tell me that you would rather be in a forest with a grizzly bear, with a brown bear, with a black bear. It doesn't matter what type of fucking bear. It could be a koala. Do you understand how how tough koalas are? Koalas are this fucking big, okay? And I bet you when it runs at you, you're gonna run and scream, right? Now, you think that you're going to fight off a fucking 12-foot brown bear. No, you're not, okay? Stop with this ridiculous, unrealistic expectations and situations that you're never going to be in, okay?
And that's what I was going to say. It's very, very, very fucking easy to say, yeah, let's just say, yeah, I'd pick a bear, of course.
Yeah, until you're sitting in that situation with a fucking brown bear.
And here's the thing too, like, you know me, everyone knows me by now. I love violent situations. I've been in hundreds and hundreds of violent situations. I like it, right?
Yeah.
I can guarantee you this. I'd pick anything over a fucking fully grown any bear. Kodiak, grizzly, polar, doesn't matter. There's no fucking way in the world for the female saying this. First of all, like, you obviously have never been in a violent situation. You're just trying to stick up for people. And like I said, I get the point what you're trying to do. However, you disvalid the point as soon as you fucking make a ridiculous claim like this, because then anyone that knows anything says, well, she's obviously just being emotional. This doesn't make any sense.
If you turned around and said, would you rather be stuck in a forest with a random woman or a random man, and you spoke a random woman?
Yep,
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a lot more realistic.
That's a lot
more realistic that you would rather be in a forest with a random female, you have no idea who they are, than a random man. Okay. As a girl, I would respect that. I'd be like, you have self-preservation.
Even as a male, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's fair. That's a fair call. And I get what you're trying to do. I think what they're trying to do is make this so outrageous that they're like, you understand now how much we hate. But the point of the matter is, you wouldn't. It's a lie.
And the thing is if you're getting attacked by a bear in the forest, I guarantee you're screaming for that accountant to come and help you.
Old accountant's back at it.
You're not screaming for the guy that you'd rather be in the fucking forest with the bear then, okay? You're screaming for the accountant, the poor, innocent accountant to come and fight the grizzly bear off you, okay? Fuck up.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, all those claims that you would rather be in the woods alone with a grizzly bear rather than a male is just completely fucking invalid, and it's bullshit, and you've totally ruined the point you were trying to create. So
yeah,
good work.
I understand that you women are scared of men. I get it.
Yeah.
I do. I totally get it, because there are a lot of unpredictable men out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I'm not discrediting that by saying there's also a lot of unpredictable women. Men are tougher than women in general. Like it's just in our overall population, if you did basically a strength test, it would be guaranteed that men would outstrength women.
Genetically, we're stronger.
Yeah, genetically we're stronger. But the thing is that you've discredited everything that you have to say by doing some ridiculous over-the-top fucking situation that would never happen. You're never going to put yourself in that situation to prove it. And I can guarantee you, if you did get stuck in that, I can guarantee you'll pick the man than a bear.
And also, I also want to say this too. If you're a feminist, cool. Respect your hustle, and that's what you're trying to push, go for it. However, you also discredit everything you're saying when you have fucking 8 layers of fucking black lipstick on, when you have purple and green hair, 15,000 piercings all through your face, saying that you're going to fight a grizzly bear.
Okay, now this is going to merge perfectly into what's going on in America at the moment. Have you seen all about UCAA?
No.
The university that's going on with the Palestinian...
Oh, and they had the SWAT team and everything rolling in.
Yeah, okay, so I'm a very big Twitter enthusiast as of late, X. And I watch all of the videos, I watch all of the posts and stuff like that. And what I've been looking at, okay, is a whole bunch of people with rainbow hair that have clearly never shaved in the past 4 years, that are all natural, okay, that don't wear hijab or anything like that, that are saying, free Palestine. Now, I get it, okay? Nobody wants war. Nobody wants innocent people to be dying or anything like that. But I promise you, if you go to that country with your rainbow hair and you are a part of the LGBTQIA, you'll be stoned to death. You'll be stoned to death.
Yeah, you will be.
Okay? Because you're going against everything that they stand for as a country and religion and everything like that. And you're saying, free Palestine, I'm going to go... Okay, this is actually really pissed me off.
But here's the thing: over there, they're not soft. They don't have all your little. Oh, we can't do this because of this. We can't do this. You're getting fucked up.
There's no political
correctness over there
because it's not Western civilization. They don't run by that. No. They laugh at Western civilization, Western society. Okay, now instead, all right, if you truly actually fucking stand for it, go over there.
Yeah.
Go over there and fight with them.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't sit here and fuck up everybody else's day by completely fucking up schools, stopping everybody from being able to get an education, okay? Because at the end of the day, what you're doing, okay, is you're bringing your country, your town, your village, wherever you are from, you are bringing that whole thing that's going on in Palestine into your own home territory. Now, all of the people that are jumping on the Free Palestine bandwagon probably know fuck all about the whole situation in the first place. And second, they're the same people that jumped on BLM.
Yep.
They're the same people that jumped on Ukraine.
Yep.
And now they're the same people. All it is a bunch of people. Now, I am all for liberation and every single person to be able to live their life how they should be able to and how they want to be able to, okay? But when you jump from propaganda to propaganda to propaganda into all of these different groups, you're jumping between all of these different groups because it's a fucking trend, right? Because these families have been created that you're all going to stand together and you're going to make a world difference, okay? You're all believing in everything that Greta Thunberg says and all of that sort of shit, okay?
Fuck, I hate Greta.
Okay? Alls you are, okay, is a person that doesn't know where they belong in society. So you jump from group to group to group to group. I love all. I wish nothing but the best for all people. But I cannot take any group seriously when I see the same faces that were in BLM now at the Ukraine and now at pushing for Palestine. You don't, when you push so many different things, how about stick to the one thing and follow through with it? You don't jump on it as a bandwagon trend.
You just said you love all. I don't. I'm all for freedom of speech, of course.
Yeah.
Stick with what you want. Do what you want. Whatever makes you happy, do it. I'm all for people that are passionate about shit.
Yeah.
But like you said, they're all fakes. They're front. It's a big front. I hate fake people. Can't stand it.
Yeah.
If you're about that life, what you said, if you're about that fucking life and you're passionate about it, head on over.
Yeah.
And fucking stand for it where it counts.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't count in America.
No.
You're not doing anything. All you're doing is disrupting the fucking education of these poor young kids and the parents, and you're just making a whole big chaos.
And a lot of the time for America, and even for Australia, a lot of our students are all immigrants.
Yeah.
Come over to our countries for a better life and a better education. And now you're fucking them up.
And not only that, in America, especially in America, you're putting all these kids' lives in danger now because they don't fucking play over there.
Yeah.
And someone might fuck around and accidentally
Did you see the person that made the wrong turn? Made the wrong turn at the university. They made one wrong right turn instead of turning left. And they ended up at the protest. They fucking dragged them out of the car, chased them down the street and beat them to a bloody pulp. And they had nothing to do with any of it.
That's what I mean.
They made a wrong turn.
That's what I mean. So you're putting everyone's life in danger, especially these fucking kids, because you're pretending and you just want some validation that you're important in the world. Head over there and then we'll respect you.
And that's the thing is I fucking hate, okay, I hate seeing curly-headed, multi-hair coloured fucks, all right, standing there in a whole group acting like they're tough. Okay? I hate that, man. I actually fucking hate that. Put them one-on-one. Come one-on-one with me. Come one-on-one with me.
Not only that.
Every time you're going to get clapped.
Take your group to Palestine.
Yeah.
Fight.
Exactly. You're fighting all of these innocent fucking civilians and innocent students in America that haven't done anything.
You're balling up to people in a group that don't want any beef.
Take it to Israel.
Yeah, take it to Israel.
Take it to Israel.
Go to the ones that you're fighting for, but they want the beef.
And let's see how quickly you get bombed. Like, your whole group is annihilated within 3 seconds because you don't have any survival skills. You're out here in the middle of public just being a disruption to society.
Yeah.
You're not, bro, the people in Gaza, the people in Rafah, I think it's called, bro, they don't even know you exist.
Yeah.
They don't even know you exist.
That's what I mean. What you're doing
nothing that you're doing is helping them on the forefront.
they're not watching the news right now.
No, exactly.
Oh, yeah, look at them go. Fuck
yeah.
Thanks so much.
Fuck yeah, they made such an effort.
No, you know
Do
why
you
they're
think
not?
a military turns around and sees that in America? Israeli fucking military sees it on the news that American students at a rich high school that are privileged kids are protesting in the middle of their street. Do you think that they give a fuck?
Do you think they're watching that?
They do not care.
I'll tell you what they're doing. They're loading up the ammo.
That's
like
right.
They're getting ready for war.
If you really want to do something for the world, fucking join the military. Join the military and go over and fight.
Go over and fight. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. Honestly, just shut up. You know what I mean? Stop protesting and shit. Shut up. You're not doing nothing.
You're a bunch of privileged nobodies that think that the world fucking belongs in the world at the palm of your hand.
Yeah, just go stay at home, dye your hair some more. Shut up. On a lighter note.
Yep.
Rick Ross. You know Maybach music?
Yeah.
Maybach music. Yeah. Rick Ross. His plane got...
Yeah, did it get shot down by the US forces or what?
Yeah.
Did it actually happen?
Well, his statement was he said he got pew-pewed. That's what he said, pew-pewed. Down. And did you see the plane?
No, I didn't see it.
It's clear that it's had to make an emergency fucking nosedive into the ground.
Why is bro fucking with Air Force One?
I don't know. And he's making statements. I was watching him. He was making statements on his Instagram and saying that they rolled up next to him. He looked out his window. It looked like the guy from Top Gun. Fucking, what's his name? The actor? Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
He said it looked exactly like Tom Cruise from Top Gun. And then they pew-pewed him down out of the sky. And like his pilot was experienced enough to like crash land it into the paddock.
Did you see...
Oh, Rick Ross.
Yeah, I know. Did you see that Rick Ross stole somebody else's identity?
No.
Okay, so here's the crazy thing, okay? Rick Ross has to pay rights to another man called Rick Ross, okay? So all of Rick Ross's stories about how he was pushing P and all of that
Well,
sort
yeah,
of shit.
well, I know that he used to be a prison guard.
Okay, so he was a prison guard, and I believe it was of the man Rick Ross was one of the prisoners, and all of his stories he ran with when he stopped becoming a prison guard.
From this guy.
Fraudulently ran that he was the one that was doing it. Where the real Rick Ross, I seen an interview and he's like, listen, I'm inspired. I'm happy that somebody was inspired by my story. But not to pay homage to me who actually lived the life and actually lived those stories. He was disappointed. Like, he was heartbroken about it. So he ended up suing Rick Ross. The original Rick Ross copyrighted Rick Ross. So if
His whole
Rick Ross-
personality.
if Rick Ross wants to use it, he has to pay the copyrights.
I feel like he's about to get a whole
He has to pay royalties.
I feel like he's about to get a big chunk of fucking money from getting shot down by Air Force. Check this out. I got some crazy. You know cat owners? First of all, what's your thought on cat owners?
I can't stand them. I can't stand cats.
Yeah, you can't
I think they're weird.
Yeah, you think they're weird. But cat owners in general, do you think they're a bit weird?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the goss on cats. So you know in Egypt how there are always statues of cats everywhere?
Yeah.
Apparently cats are attracted to bad energy. And what they do is, so you know how cats are only attracted to certain people? Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
I notice like if I go near a cat, they always come up to me and go between my legs, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, apparently if cats are attracted to you, they come up and do that thing where they rub it all over you between your legs and shit. They're taking the bad energy out of you and then they go and disperse it. That's why cats are such cunts.
So cats always come to me.
Yeah,
right?
bad
Cats
energy.
always come to me and I fucking hate them. I'm always like, kick your cat over the fucking fence type shit.
Yeah.
Right? Did you know also cats have a parasite
Yeah, I did know this.
that makes you like them?
Yeah.
They give you a parasite that makes you feel more comfortable around them. It's a survival mechanism. So then you feel obliged to feed them and give them a life.
Yeah, and it's dangerous. So I remember seeing a report that came out. It's dangerous to have too many cats because if you have too much of this parasite, because they all release it, it makes you go fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Like if you get too much.
That's why there's crazy cat ladies.
That's where the term
crazy cat
people come from, because this parasite is genuinely actually fucking making them crazy.
Yeah.
But apparently, yeah. So from that thing that I heard this morning, that's why they were very big on cats in the ancient Egypt thing, because that's how they could tell if someone was a bad motherfucker or not, because the cat would go straight to him, absorb their energy, and then
Wow.
they'd fucking.
I had no idea with that. That's kind of cool. Bro, dogs have to be the most fucking loyal animal there is, right?
Yeah, you could fuck up a dog and it still
You
loves
can fuck up a dog and it'll still love you.
Yeah.
Cats, you kick it once and it holds a vendetta against you for the next 25 years.
If it could, it would put you down.
Yeah.
I've got another interesting fact. This is from the UK. I feel like anyone from the UK watching this is just like, he's attacking us at this point. But listen to this. So the UK, from this point forward, any new buildings only have same-sex toilets. So there's no boys, girls, disabled anymore. There's one toilet for all. From this point forward, any new buildings in the UK, they're all one-sex toilets.
All right, I'm going to say this.
Dog.
Okay. I seen a thing today and it was who should be allowed, like what are the guidelines on whether, so a man that transitions into a woman, okay, a woman that transitions into a man, what are the stipulations, what are the guidelines on when they can go into the next change room, okay? I can promise you right now, okay, if I have, as a child, you went into the change rooms with your mum, right? You went swimming, you had swimming lessons, you went into the women's change room with your mum, okay? Listen, I would never do that with my daughter. Like, I wouldn't take my daughter into the men's change room. I feel like the mum... That would be a parent's change room, right?
Yeah.
But I, for one, can tell you this right now, okay? If I was a mother, all right, and I took my little boy or daughter, okay, into a change room, and a man that claims he's a woman whips out his dick in front of everybody, it's game over, man. It's game over. Like, if that person exposes them enough to my child, it's game over.
Yeah,
bro.
You're not whipping your dick out.
You can't be doing that. Like, I don't agree. I think that there should be a same-sex change room, okay?
I don't.
No, just, right, a same-sex change room, and then there should be a men's and a women's.
Yeah, okay.
Anybody that's non-binary or anything like that, go to the same sex.
But, so...
I don't agree with it.
So I genuinely, I'm not even attacking here. I want someone to help me understand this. Because if there's all these females out there that hate men so much, like for example, this whole bear trend.
Yeah.
You hate men so much, you'd rather get clapped by a bear. But then they're the same people that are supporting, like, being in the same toilet as men. Like, I don't understand where's the fucking line here? Where's the logic? Where's the fucking facts?
Listen, I have no issue with how people live their life. Like I said, I really don't. I genuinely don't. I'm genuinely happy for anybody that is happy within their own body.
100%.
Okay? But there's some lines to this.
There needs to be some kind of structure.
There has to be structure. There has to be guidelines on things, because otherwise we're getting into way dangerous territory here. Now, as I was about to say, okay, if you are a biological man, okay, and you want to get changed, and you've taken HRT and whatnot, and you've done hormone replacement therapy, and you're doing all of that, and you're making all of the things that you want to do in order to be comfortable in your own body, okay? If you are a genuine, reasonable adult, and you understand that people can be feeling uncomfortable, okay? You need to act like a fucking adult.
Yeah.
You need to be a genuine person. You need to make that decision. Hey, do I just go to the disabled fucking showers to get changed, or do I go to a different, like, my natural place where I'll get changed, or go to a cubicle?
Yeah, no, I'm the same, and like when you have a lot of like gay supporters and stuff like that on what we do, and we have no problem with anyone. However, for example, and if you're born and you don't feel comfortable with your skin, you think that you need change and you do, and you're happy, that's fine. But for example, if I woke up and that was me, and I thought I'm actually a female, and I did the whole transition stuff, but I still have a dick.
Yeah.
I promise you that I'm not going to go in the same toilet that some mothers taking their daughter in.
I promise you.
I promise you I'm not. Like, that's just fucking wrong.
No.
But some of these people think, yeah, but I'm a female though. It's
Okay.
like, yeah, but
Just because you make a decision in life, or you are making steps to make yourself feel more comfortable, it does not mean that everybody needs to cater for that. Okay? Not everybody needs to cater for you. Okay? That's not how life works. It's with anything in life. People don't have to cater for you.
100.
What it is society has always been built on the majorities. Okay? The majority vote wins. That's where the saying comes, majority vote wins. Because we've built society to be on the majority basis of people's outlook and opinions on life and how they want to live their life, not for the minorities. And I believe now that we're getting way too focused on the minorities and completely forgetting about the majority and how they want to live their life and what they feel comfortable in society. Now, if you want to paint a target on my head and you want to fucking cancel me for this, then so be it. Cancel me, okay? But I'm thinking like a legitimate, reasonable person that can look at the whole picture. I'm a heterosexual, what they call a cis male. I'm a man, okay? I'm a male. I'm not a cis male. I'm a male.
Sissy.
Okay? I'm a sissy. I'm a sissy cuckold male. There you go. I'm a minority. I'm a cuckold.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm a minority. No, but what I was getting back to is that I think that all of the minorities, you need to start realizing that the majority vote wins, okay? And you need to understand that people are not going to agree with decisions that you've made in life. And you need to just understand that. No, I don't believe that people should cause hate upon you.
Not at all.
People shouldn't hate on you. But what you need to do is you need to start thinking like a reasonable fucking adult. And you need to start making decisions based upon how people could react to things in the way of, hey, I'm a man transitioning into a woman. I haven't had any surgery. I don't look like the women in that change room, okay? There's going to be young girls in there. I'm going to make the conscious decision to not get undressed inside of that
that's
bathroom.
what I mean. There's got to be some sort of logic that goes into it.
That's right. I seen a man, okay? And I'm going to say a man because there was absolute zero steps or anything to be made. The guy still had a beard. He had a bald head, and the only thing he did was wear a dress. Okay, he came out of the women's change room, and no, he wasn't even in a dress. He was in a shirt and jeans. Okay, and he walks out of the women's change rooms. Okay, the woman turns around and records him and goes, "What are you doing in here?" And he goes, "I'm a female."
Yeah. So you can't.
This is where we've gotten into blurred lines.
That's what I mean. Where's the line?
There has to be line. There has to be rules. There has to be regulations. There has to be fucking guidelines on what is and what isn't appropriate in society.
Because my biggest concern with it, like I said, go and do whatever you want. Be happy. I don't give a fuck. If you're rolling around if you're rolling around with me, if you come into my toilet and you're a fucking straight up girl, whatever. If you're happy, I'm just gonna fucking do my thing and walk out.
Yep.
Where I get concerned and where I get angry is when children are involved.
Yeah.
And I promise you this, I saw this one TikTok of this big, I'm going to say overweight dude. This looked like a straight man.
Yeah.
Stubble, everything. He hadn't gone to one bit of effort to change yet. And he was on there saying, yeah, I'm a female and I dare anyone to try and stop me from walking into the female toilet. I can tell you this right now.
I will fucking pump
If
you.
I was in there and I saw my daughter walking in there and I saw you walking out, you're getting fucked. Because I'm taking that as you're a fucking predator.
Yeah.
I don't care. And that's that's what I'm saying. That a line needs to be drawn somewhere. We don't hate anybody. We just think there needs to be a line in the sand somewhere where, especially when the children involved, where we need to separate them.
Yep. And I think as well, because we're on the topic, we might as well talk about it, but then we don't have to mention it on another podcast. I will not have my children. When I have children one day, I will not have them watch cartoons and everything that has an agenda based on pushing that people are gay, people are trans, people are anything like that. Why? Because I think that you need to stop pushing that upon children. You need to stop having these agendas to push, okay? Now, listen, the greatest agenda that was ever pushed in the world was that animals have feelings, okay? Disney did it best because they gave them eyelashes. They gave them what makes them look like they have emotions. Okay. Now what you're doing is you're pushing princesses to now be men. There was the thing about Moana. Now, I don't think it's true.
It's not true. Yeah.
It's not true, but it's the whole ideology that we're going to be doing this. And by doing that, you're now putting pressure on companies to then do that. Okay? Yeah. I will not have my children watch it if they're pushing an agenda like that because I don't believe that the screen time that they get needs to have an agenda. Why can't you just make a cartoon to be funny, to have a storyline? It doesn't need to have sexual gender, orientation on who you do and don't like, and normalizing all of those mixed emotions within a child.
Yeah, and you're not the only one that thinks that because look how much money Disney lost when they said, all right, we're going to now, for every single thing we do, there's going to be a trans, a bi, a lesbian, a gay couple. As soon as they did that, they lost billions of dollars because, like you just said, a lot of parents said the exact same thing. They took a stand. They're not going to watch Disney anymore. So as a company, they fucked up because they attacked they decided to go with the children rather than the primary source of viewership, which is the parents that control the viewership.
Yeah.
So fucking idiots. And what you just said is 100% fucking true because children aren't mentally developed at all.
No.
So they see that's why at a certain age you say something, they'll parrot it, they'll copy it.
Yep.
They're not mature enough to make a decision. So you could literally put something into their head and they will believe it, and that's what they're going to go with the rest of their life. So obviously, you're born gay or lesbian, all of that, 100% that's true. But you could also convince a child.
You can convince a child.
If you pump them enough.
That's correct.
Yeah. So then it's not a legitimate thing. So I stand with you, and I wouldn't let my children watch it either.
Yeah. There's that, and what's it called? I don't believe schools. So schools, right?
Fuck schools.
There was a book that was found in a school library. I believe it was in an Australian school library, and I believe that it was across quite a lot of schools that this book was in there. And what fucked me up, was that you had this is how you know that there's an agenda there. Okay, there was a white. Okay, in the pictures, it was based on sex.
Yeah.
Okay. But these illustrations, they were very, very fucking graphic. In this book, it spoke about 69ing. In this book, it spoke about orgies. It spoke about coming, orgasms, all of that sort of stuff, right? It wasn't like a sexual health book. It was like basically a PG-rated version of porn, okay? This book, okay, it had a black gay female with an amputated leg, okay, with a white ginger glasses wearing girl. Yeah. So lesbian.
They've gone minority as possible.
They've gone minority as you fucking can get, right? And they were scissoring.
Oh my God.
The illustration is completely of scissoring. Can you honestly, genuinely tell me, even if it's a heterosexual couple and they've got illustrations of a man fucking clapping cheeks of a girl bent over, do you really think that is okay for our children to be watching? This was in a primary school.
Absolutely not.
This was in a primary school library. It's not okay.
It's not okay.
Even if it's heterosexual illustrations.
It's not okay for any
There
of
was
them.
heterosexual illustrations. Imagine if you had kids and they came home with that fucking book. I would be clapping cunts
I'll be
at the
causing
school.
chaos.
I would be tearing that school
I'd call the police on myself for the morning of the school.
Yeah.
I'm like, show up.
Yeah, show up and come and watch what's going to happen.
But just to touch back on that real quick before we move on, because this is getting a very serious pod. We're nearly right through it. We've ranted the entire pod. But the Disney thing, we get that the world has changed now.
Yep.
And everything's like that.
Yep.
You don't need to force a minority in every single fucking movie, because a lot of the time, like in general life, like a storyline, to say, an hour-long storyline, there doesn't necessarily have to be a minority in there, because sometimes there's fucking not. But just because of how the world is now, and everything
has to be inclusive.
There has to be one. You don't have to. Oh, if I go to the gym right now, train, go to the shop, fucking go to the movies, come home, I might only see straight men and women.
Do you know? And the crazy thing about talking about that book that I was speaking about, it was a black father. It was a black man
Yeah.
that brought it out and said, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
black people are a part of a minority.
Yeah,
They are a part of a minority. And I'm sure that people, if there's a short of this, people are going to crack the shits because I said a black man. Listen, I've spoken to plenty of black people and they all want to be, large majority of them want to be known as a black man or a black woman, right?
Yeah, well, you asked
A black woman.
black woman. She said no, because you said
I said to her, would you like to be known as like an African woman or would you want to be known as a black woman?
because we're just trying to be respectful.
Because like I say, I like black women.
Yeah,
right?
that's your thing.
So I wanted to be appropriate
Yeah.
and I wanted to know exactly how they want to be identifying us,
Yeah.
right? Everybody identifies as different, right? But it was a minority. It was a black man that said, what the fuck are you doing? What are you feeding our children? I don't feel safe enough to send my children to school. Now, we were meant to speak about it on the last podcast. We were meant to talk about the middle child. People are waiting for the middle child stats.
Okay, so the first one popped off. If you're a middle child, unfortunately for you, you've got it the worst because you got the least amount of attention out of all of the siblings. Wait, you were a middle child, weren't you?
No, I'm the eldest.
You're
We
the,
went through it last
you're the
time.
eldest. Okay.
Yeah.
You have better social skills and generally a larger friendship circle at school and outside of school.
I can say that with my siblings.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You're 40% more likely to be in trouble at school and get arrested than all of your other siblings.
As the eldest, I took on that role, but
And you're more likely to have a entry-level job, about $35,000 USD a year. So
yeah, no, I 100% agree with that one.
So you're the lowest earner out of all of the...
Yeah, as the middle, like, as looking back at like middle children, yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100% I agree.
All right, listen, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. We'll see you for the eldest child next episode.
Youngest.
Youngest. Fucking whatever.